What is going on, everyone? I hope you are all doing well today. It is no secret that Nintendo has made some really amazing games over the years. Super Smash Bros., Splatoon, Super Mario Galaxy, The Legend of Zelda. But they have had their share of fumbles over the years, some games that have not done so well, and today I wanted to kind of go over what I believe are the top 5 worst Nintendo games. And what's amazing about this video is I am not alone. Some of you guys are going to be featured in this video because not too long ago I put out a community post asking you guys what you believe the worst Nintendo game is, and you guys gave me some great responses, and I will be featuring those in this video. So without further ado, let's begin. On paper, this game looks like a successor / throwback to the much beloved Star Fox 64. That is far from the truth, because it doesn't take long to realize that upon grabbing the Wii U gamepad, the controls basically make this game very much unplayable. And why the Wii U gamepad, you ask? That's because of not only the forced gyro controls, but also the segments that require you to use the gamepad's screen to solve puzzles in order to proceed. This all just made the gameplay experience very convoluted, and as a result, just not much fun. Before we move on to number 4, it's time to feature one of the comments from you guys. The Geek Apprentice says, no idea if it's actually Nintendo, but it was on the N64. Glover. For whatever reason, it creeped the heck out of me. I've actually never heard of this game, and I actually had to go search it up. And as far as the gameplay goes, it does seem kind of fun to play, but I will agree, some of these cutscenes look like you're on an acid trip. So yeah, totally get it, Geek. It definitely seems like a game that could freak you out if you're a kid, but I digress. Thanks for contributing to the video, Geek. Let's move on to number 4. I'm going to make you feel so nostalgic in 3, 2, 1. Ah, the memories. Golf, baseball, wakeboarding, bowling, sword fighting, doing this. If only Nintendo would bring this back for the Switch. Let's go! They finally did it! I can't wait to play baseball, sword fight, wakeboard, do this, and play golf. Man, Nintendo is back. Wait, golf in a separate update? I can't make the Miis do the thing. That's right, Nintendo Switch Sports is a soulless carbon copy of Wii Sports. One of the things that made Wii Sports so memorable is the creative charm that was put into it. With Switch Sports, you get none of that. It just feels so lifeless, and like I mentioned earlier, the update for golf didn't come out until months later. Overall, Nintendo just failed to capture the spirit and charm that was so memorable in Wii Sports and its follow-up, Wii Sports Resort.
What are you doing? I'm bowling.
Oh yeah, and you remember baseball? Oh yeah, that's gone too. And now it's time for our next featured comment. Tetra Zelda says, Metroid for NES. This is a game that had me so frustrated and confused. I never finished it. I don't blame you, Tetra Zelda. Metroid NES is so unforgiving when it comes to its difficulty, the boss fights, and just everything about it. There's no map to use for exploration. I totally get it. This game is very frustrating. Sooner or later, Nintendo is going to give us Metroid Zero Mission for the Game Boy Advance, and so it's just bound to happen sooner or later. I would hope it happens. If they don't do it, Nintendo is just absolutely dumb and stupid. But that game is a remake and a retelling of the story from Metroid NES, and the difficulty has been downscaled a ton. You have a map to explore, and everything else is just so much better. The exploration, the gameplay, far more abilities than what you're given in the regular NES game, and it's just a whole lot better as a whole. So hopefully, when Nintendo ports this game to the Switch with NSO, you'll get a chance to play that version of what was a much harder experience. Thanks for contributing to the video, Tetra Zelda. Let's move on to number 3. Ah, Animal Crossing, the game about living your own life, fishing, gathering resources, making others happy. What a great game for the GameCube, and wow, such a great follow-up on the Wii. I wonder what Nintendo will do on the Wii U.
What the frick is this?
That's right, Animal Crossing fans were not given another installment on this beloved franchise. Instead, they were given
Mario Party for babies.
Couldn't have said it better myself. What also makes this game just not fun is the fact that this game is made solely for the reason to sell Amiibo. Yeah, that's right, you can't even play the game without an Amiibo. Man, just goes to show how desperate Nintendo was just to try to increase those sales. No wonder Reggie said,
I gotta get back to playing Animal Crossing New Leaf on my Nintendo 3DS.
yeah, I think all Animal Crossing fans did this. Before we move on to number 2, here's our next featured comment. JM the Pixel Man 16 says Mario Pinball Land. So I have to say, this is another game I actually have not heard of. I actually had to go and look this up, and I have to say, the gameplay, if you like pinball games, sure. I mean, it just seems like it's a pinball game set in the Mario world. But I kind of do agree, if that's all there really is, I only looked at it for just a little bit, but if that's all there is, I can kind of see why this might get a little repetitive. If there's not a whole lot of stages, a lot of options to play, I can kind of see why it might be annoying and why it's just not that fun. I've never been a big fan of pinball games in general, so a Mario pinball game would have to kind of really have a lot to it, and if there really wasn't a lot to it, then I really wouldn't like it either. This game didn't really seem like it had a lot in it either, so anyhow, thanks for contributing to the video. Let's move on to number 2. I'm going to use this opportunity to feature another comment from you lovely people. Ricky Lee Norton says, I'd personally say Paper Mario Sticker Star because it fundamentally missed the point of the series. It's part of and is the most disappointing Nintendo game I've ever played. I've never been so bored, underwhelmed, frustrated, and confused all in the same game, before or since, and I'm so glad the series has dramatically improved since then in both Origami King and the upcoming Thousand Year Door remake. I couldn't have said it better myself, Ricky Lee. This game takes everything that fans love about this series and throws it into the trash. The battles are pointless because you don't level up, which makes getting the stickers you need to battle pointless, which means the only real battles that matter are the boss battles. Another thing that this game removed was unique characters. In previous Paper Mario games, we had the characters like Twink, Goombario, Grodus, Count Bleck, Tippy, and that is just scratching the surface. In Sticker Star, we have Curtsy the Crown and yeah, not much else. Oh wait, I forgot. We have Toad number 1, Toad number 2, Toad number 3.
A few moments later.
Toad number 101, Toad number 102, Toad here, Toad there, Toads everywhere. You get the gist. There are Toads everywhere. Bowser's been taken over by a crown, and you gotta use pointless stickers to get it back. Can we move on now? Also, thanks for contributing to the video, Ricky Lee. Moving on to number 1. Alright, so picture this. Nintendo gives a great third Metroid Prime with an amazing musical score, a climactic final battle with Dark Samus, and left us with the possibility with more to come in the future. Way off in the future. More did come, but,
Wondered if this too was a result of the power the baby gave me. None of the baby remained on me. Never again would I encounter the baby.
Remember me?
yeah, Metroid Other M was not well received by fans, but that's not the number 1 game on this list. No, the number 1 game is Metroid Prime Federation Force, a game that looks like it was made on the OG PlayStation, a game where you don't play as Samus, but as little Galactic Federation baby troopers, and a game that makes Samus the final boss. Why? Because it had been 5 years since Metroid Other M, and this is what they came up with? To me, this is a space adventure with Metroid slapped on as the title. When I look at this, I don't see Metroid. I see little baby space troopers moving around in Samus wannabe costumes. It's a miracle this series is still around now with Metroid Samus Returns, Metroid Dread, Prime Remastered, and the soon-to-be-released, hopefully, Metroid Prime 4. So that's my list of the top 5 games that I believe are the worst Nintendo games ever made. Comment below and let me know. I want to hear from you guys now. Do you agree with this list? Is there something that I did not mention that I should have mentioned? Comment below and let me know. And big thanks to everyone who contributed to this video. Maybe I'll do something like this again. Who knows? And as always, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like and consider subscribing. I am so close to 1K. By the time this video's out, I may already be there. And if so, thank you all so much. But at the time of recording, I'm 2 subscribers away, guys. So close. But anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed watching, and until the next video, take care.